The detective Ace. Rain-stitched silver lines across the city, blurring the neon into a trembling watercolor. In a third-floor office above a shuttered tailor shop, Detective Arman Ace Hale leaned back in his chair and listened to the weather argue with the windows. He'd earned the nickname Ace years ago, not for luck, but for the way he played Akazi patiently, counting cards, waiting for the tell. On the wall behind him hung a corkboard scarred with pins and notes, a constellation of solved mysteries. Tonight, one more pin waited. The knock came soft and deliberate. Ace rose, opened the door, and found a woman wrapped in a grey coat, rain clinging to her lashes like secrets. She introduced herself as Mara Voss, curator at the Meridian Museum. Her voice trembled, but her eyes were steady. "They took the Astral Codex," she said. Ace felt a quiet click inside his mind. The Codex was a legendary artifact, an illuminated manuscript rumored to contain star maps that predated modern astronomy. Priceless, irreplaceable, and locked behind glass and alarms that had never failed. "Who's they?" Ace asked. Mara shook her head. "We don't know, no signs of forced entry." The cameras glitched for exactly 7 minutes. The codex vanished. Ace studied her hands. No ring, ink smudge on her thumb as someone who handled books. She wasn't lying, but there was something she wasn't saying. He nodded. "Start from the beginning." The Meridian Museum slept beneath a vaulted dome, its halls echoing with the memory of footsteps. Ace arrived after closing, Mara guiding him past marble statues frozen mid-breath. The codex's display case stood empty, glass pristine, alarms intact. A clean theft. Ace crouched, sniffed the air. "Ozone," he murmured. A short burst of something interfered with the sensors. "That's impossible," Mara said. "Our systems, were designed by humans," Ace finished, "and humans make patterns." He examined the pedestal, finding a faint scorch mark shaped like a crescent. "Not heat energy." He stood and surveyed the room. 3 guards rotated shifts. One camera blinked irregularly, its lens recently cleaned. "Too recently? Who had access?" Ace asked. Mara hesitated. "Only staff with level 7 clearance." 5 people. Ace's eyes sharpened. "Names." She recited them. Herself Dr. Felix Oren, the museum's head of acquisitions Lenora Pike, chief of security Jonah Reed, a conservator, and Elias Crow, a visiting astronomer studying the codex's ink. Ace filed the names like cards into a hand. "I'll need to talk to them, separately." Dr. Oren's office smelled of polish and ambition. The man wore his pride like a tailored suit, speaking of the codex as if it were his child. "Impossible," Oren insisted. "Our safeguards are flawless." Ace noticed the framed newspaper clipping behind him. "Oren secures codex for Meridian." The byline glowed. "You acquired it 2 years ago," Ace said. "Any enemies?" "Academia breeds envy," Oren replied, smiling thinly. "But theft?" "Number." Ace left with a question unanswered and a sense of hunger. Oren wanted the codex seen, admired. He'd never hide it. Lenora Pike met Ace in the security hub, screens washing her face in cold light. She was efficient, clipped, eyes always scanning. 7 minutes, Ace said. "That's the window." "Power surge," Lenora replied. "We logged it." Ace leaned closer. "Your logs show a manual override during the surge." "Someone anticipated it." Lenora's jaw tightened. "We ran drills." "Drills don't erase footage," Ace said. "Someone did." She bristled. "Are you accusing me?" Ace shrugged. "I accuse patterns." Jonah Reed's workshop smelled of solvents and patience. The conservator's hands were steady as he repaired a cracked folio. "I love the codex," Jonah said softly. "I'd never." Ace noticed the ink stain so different from Mara's. "Metallic, shimmering." "What's that?" "Experimental ink," Jonah said. "Dr. Crow brought it." "Mimics ancient formulas." Ace's pulse ticked up. "Crow?" Jonah nodded. "He said it could reveal hidden layers." Ace thanked him and went hunting. Elias Crow lived in a rented loft overlooking the river, star charts plastered to the walls like dreams. He greeted Ace with enthusiasm, talking fast about constellations and forgotten skies. "The Codex isn't just a book," Crow said. "It's a map." "A key." "To what?" Ace asked. Crow's smile faltered. "To knowledge." Ace noticed a crescent-shaped device on the desk, its surface humming faintly. That looks like your energy signature. Crow's eyes flicked. Prototype scanner. Ace stepped closer. You used it to bypass the alarms. Crow laughed nervously. You're reaching. Ace pulled a small mirror from his pocket and angled it toward the device. The reflection rippled. Your scanner emits a harmonic that disrupts sensors. 7 minutes worth. Crow sagged. You don't understand. The codex showed coordinates at an observatory buried under the city. The stars aligned last night. I had to move it. Ace folded his arms. Where is it now? Safe? Crow said. Hidden. Ace's voice hardened. Hidden from whom? From Arman. Crow snapped. He'd monetize it. I wanted to study Ida purely. Ace studied Crow's hands. Inkless. Clean. You're telling the truth, he said slowly. But you didn't act alone. Crow swallowed. Mara helped me. Mara waited in the museum's reading room, moonlight pooling on the tables. She didn't flinch when Ace told her. I knew you'd figure it out, she said. The codex belongs to history, not headlines. Ace nodded. You delayed the guards, cleaned the camera lens to blur the glitch. She sighed. We plan to return it. When? Ace asked. After the alignment, she said. Tonight. Ace considered the city, the rain easing like a held breath. He could turn them in, end the case with handcuffs and headlines. Or he could play the long game. Where's the observatory? He asked. Mara smiled sadly. Under the old rail yard. They went together, down rusted stairs into a cavern of stone and dust. The observatory lay dormant, its dome cracked, gears sleeping. Crow placed the codex on a pedestal etched with symbols. As the clouds parted, starlight spilled through the broken roof, striking the pages. The ink flared, revealing layers of paths, dates, warnings. Ace watched, the detective's mind racing. This wasn't theft, it was stewardship. But lines existed for reasons. Sirens wailed above. Lenora Pike emerged from the shadows, weapon lowered. I followed you, she said. Couldn't ignore the pattern. Ace met her gaze. You going to end it? Lenora shook her head. I'm going to protect it. She produced a badge from an international heritage task force. Oren's been selling access. Quietly, Ace exhaled. The hand reshuffled itself. Oren was arrested the next morning, his empire collapsing under truth. The codex returned to the museum, now under joint protection, its secrets catalogued with care. Crow published his findings with oversight. Mara remained curator, wiser. Lenora took over security. Ace returned to his office as the rain stopped, the city blinking awake. He pinned the last note to the board. Another case closed, not with a flourish, but with balance. The knock came again, softer this time. Ace smiled, already listening for the tell.
The codex showed the borders and nice. I had to move the